So I have Rumble in here today. I had him to the point where I could get up to him and just get him caught, but he has reverted a little bit. I haven't worked with him in about a month or so. Somebody else was working with him, so I brought him in just to kind of see where he's at and what he's gonna need. It did take me a minute to get the halter on him when he was in the back pen, so we're just gonna kind of pick up from there. And of course, he lets me walk right up to him now. He thought about leaving. So when they think about leaving like that, you could take a step back and just kind of let them think. If they actually leave, I recommend putting pressure on to get them to move out. It's kind of showing them that it's easier to stick here with me, and if you want to leave, you're going to have to work a little bit more at it. And I think he does have an issue with this lead rope draped on my arm, but I want him to be used to that because that's how most people put their lead ropes when they're going up to get their horses caught. And I don't want to just reach out and grab that halter because it will scare him, but maybe I could reach back here and work on petting them a little bit, and I'll do some air petting. And then once I finally do get this halter, the lead rope back on him, I'm going to work a lot on desensitizing. I want to get him used to some abrupt movements. So I'm just going to bring my hand up and do stuff like this and just show him that's not going to hurt you. There's no reason to freak out. Because if you just spend a lot of time right here, this is great when you're getting the horse's trust. But if that's what you consistently do, then you're going to have a horse that can't deal with this stuff. That's the main thing I want to work on today, is just getting them used to people coming up and showing them that just because my hand's way up here in the air doesn't mean it's going to hurt you. That you can handle this. And once he settles and gets his head down, I'll give him some encouragement and say, yeah, it's not that bad. Now, a lot of these horses that we get from auctions or from buyouts, they have been abused. They have been in situations where this hand coming up here means they're about to get smacked with something. But I'm just trying to kind of reverse that trauma to show them that this doesn't mean anything. Good job. And this is probably the most important part. You got to give your horse a break. You got to let them think about the things that you're doing before you continue or move on to the next thing. So I do want to get the flag in here, and I want him to check it out. And when he does check it out, I'll just drop it back down. Just getting to get him used to it first. It's kind of like what I did in the video with Sterling when I was desensitizing. I just want him to get used to this stuff kind of moving around. And same thing. Once he is kind of staying still and not being as reactive, I want him to move his feet so he can unstick himself and then just keep going. I want to be able to have my horses okay with me doing this. If I want to pat him down, I could do that. Now, typically you do this with colts when they're young because it's a lot easier to get them used to this. So if you got a colt at home, I definitely recommend just patting them down and getting them used to all this. That way, when you're ready to start riding them and get them in another saddle and all that, if stuff is patting them down, like the stirrups slapping up against their sides, they're more prepared for that. In this video, there's a lot of different things I did. If you've got a horse that's struggling with something and you know 3 or 4 different ways to work on that thing that they're struggling on, experiment a little bit. Try working on all those things. Do every single one of them. See which one works best for you. That's what horse training is. A lot of it's just experimentation, seeing what's going to work for that individual horse. Well, I hope you guys liked it.